स्वागत है viewers अपने खान साजे Hornbill TV NAGAMESE Nagaland Cabinet pra Directive Dianishna Official Team Ekta pra April 22nd de Mon District Bitor Tizit Subdivision de Jaboka Bosti de Thaka Lokhi Pahar Forest Kundu Sarkar pra Kinigina ase itu de field inspection jaishe Team ke Department of Environment, Forest and Climate Change laga Principal Secretary Y Kiketo Sema pra lead kurishe aro taikan pra yede janaishe Sarkar pra kinigina thaka mati laga boundary forest cover aro encroachment khan hoi ase itu kan sabole jaise aro itu kan saise Sarkari khobor dwara jankari paise ki Lokhi Pahar de sarkari kinya mati do 2138 HA dangor ase aro department pra forest land do 1977 September pra kinilushe conservation aro ecological restoration nimide tai khan visit kuria homoy paise ki tizit oso taka bosti khan pra sarkar laga mati bhal thakya bishi encroach kurilushe aro tai khan plantation tea farm battle nut aro bamboo khan ugai ase jani paise ki boundary bhal pra demarcate nakria nimide inaga hoy ase Kiheto pra hoise resurvey kurigina permanent boundary pillar lagai dibole lagi. Team pra Singpan Wildlife Sanctuary bhi visit kurishe. Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority NSDMA laga Joint Chief Executive Officer Johnny Ruangmei pra Hornbill TV logo Friday de kotha kuria homoy state de natural disaster aro dangor risk khan samna kuribole tayari kinaga ase inaga district pra village level tak measures khan jai ase aro loi ase aro komzor jaga eastern area side phane department pra bi ki digdar khan sai ase itu khan opor jankari khan dishe aibi tai kotha kuria hunibo
preparedness level of Nagaland state government missionaries, or maybe as a community, we are, I would say, much better than maybe 10 years ago from now, because we have already started the incident response systems, which is already notified and have been revising based on the experiences. We have also trained the community first responders, Abda Mitra volunteers. We have also trained ROP-in NCCs, then NSS, Bharat Scouts and Guide, and then we have also been now training even the Eastern Nagaland Students Federation. We have trained the volunteers just last week ago, and in turn they will go to all the districts and train volunteers. So that is the next step that we are having. So in terms of preparedness, we are much better than 10 years ago, and our systems are also improving, especially when it comes to the atmospheric weather data, generating early warning systems. We have improved quite a lot. We have gone quite a long way, and we will still be improving upon our systems. So no states in the country or in the world is ready, prepared to face any eventualities, but we always say in disaster, the slogan is we are prepared for any eventualities, but we always hope for the best. So that is how we are. We need to look at it is like systems improvement. We need to build in the ecosystems for disaster resilience. When we say ecosystems, if there is a landslide, or if there is an extreme weather event, the landslides will occur. So if our systems, our infrastructures are built with the framework of resilience, and that's what ecosystems we mean. And also, when we really look at it, the systems that we need to look at it is the entire urbanization's expansion. We need to really look at it where the urban infrastructures, we need to bring in a resilient, future-ready infrastructures framework. That is one key important that we are working on. Okay. That we are looking at it is the climate risk, because you see in Kohima we have never had this kind of a heat especially in the summers. But we not only in Kohima, in all the hill states, especially the Himalayas and the belt. So one is the heat stress. We call it heat wave. So we need to be prepared for heat wave, especially in the lowland and plain area, Dimapur. So Dimapur heat wave is a concern. So the government of India has also already notified heat wave as a nationalized identified disaster. So that is one area that we are looking at it. The climate risk is one important new risk that a community has to adopt. The state as a whole is vulnerable. We can't say that this particular district is more vulnerable than the other. So the entire state is a vulnerable state for us, and we look at the disaster events that could strike or that can happen anywhere in the district across the state. The eastern area, that what we are looking at it is we will be involving the communities. Eastern areas also same thing. When we are saying about Abda Mitra training, Abda Mitra volunteers are also from the eastern areas. Then even the community first responders also from the eastern areas. Of course, some district like Kifri, Longlang, new districts, Noklag, we don't have the state disaster response force presence. So earlier we have also trained the village guard as the state disaster response force. So we are looking at even expanding to the sub-divisional level as well, and that is already on, and we will still continue to do more. Because, say like when we are looking at the communication systems, it is installed in all the districts now, the ham radio network. That is for the communication. I think when it comes to the essentials commodities, this one I think the Department of Food and Civil Supplies has go-downs in all the district headquarters and also at the sub-divisional level. So even the emergency services are also all closely intact. The only concern is because of the distance, road communications, we may have to really look at it. Yeah, and I think even the road and bridges are also looking into that now compared to the past. Even in the eastern areas, road communication has really improved because of the different central and the state level schemes which is there in the road infrastructures. In terms of the confidence level, disaster resilience, this is I always say that disaster management or disaster response is everybody's business. And it's not only the government or the department of the government who would act alone. So because disaster does not have colors, it impacts the tall and the short people, the wealthy and the poor people. So it's everybody's business, and in order to be resilient, everybody has to work together. I would like to say this, the central message. See, either government or the civil societies, we need to really look at it. I always say future ready, resilient infrastructure and economy. This component has to be inbuilt. See, when we say community level, suppose for us we are a house owner, land owner. We build our own house in our own style, but we have never incorporated the future resilient infrastructure framework. So tomorrow, if there is a big thing, the house that you have built from your hard-earned money, working for 30 years, is gone in few minutes. So that is called economic impact. So everybody has to realize this, especially the state government programs or the central government infrastructure programs. This resilient, future-ready infrastructure has to be put in place. Now, today, Dimapur, if there is a small rain, flood, because the drain that we have is not big enough, good enough, resilient enough to drain out the water. So if you continue like this, there will be more risk coming in. So looking at the future risk, we need to build a future resilient, ready infrastructure and economy. This is a central message. Everybody needs to understand these aspects. We have for the weather alerts, we have an app called Safer Nagaland. The app is available in the App Store and Play Store. So we are encouraging, especially our media friends, to please kindly spread this news that people can download that safer Nagaland apps to get weather alerts. And it will be very important. Tomorrow you're going to have an outdoor event for maybe your cousin's wedding or your children's wedding. Knowing the weather will be very good, no? Or you're planning for some picnic or maybe some other events. So the weather alerts will be there. You have to go to the search button and look at which are the location that you would like to be alerted. There will be thunderstorm coming in within these hours, so alerts will be given to you. Safer Nagaland apps.
Fazal Ali College, Mokokchung aro CKB Commerce College Assam, Jorhat pra Thursday Day Institutional Partnership Agreement for Academic Cooperation sign Krishe itu Phek to CKB Commerce College pra sign Krishe Kundubra National Education Policy 2020 Chulaigena Quality Control Kuribo Scholar laga Rishta Rakhibo aro teamwork pra Kam Kurigena Institution age loi jabo. Ito homoy Fazal Ali College laga Principal Dr. I. Wati Imchen kun guest of honor taishe taibrai to venture khushi paigina khushi ki Fazal Ali pra alag institution khan nogade MOU rakhya pra Jorhat aro Mokokchung laga beach tebi bhal rishta rakhi asi khushi. Itia lokobor ekta sawokode Zuneboto Range Students Union pra St. Joseph University chumukidima lokode miligina April 23rd din de Zuneboto Multi-Purpose Hall pra Career Guidance Program rakhishe aro Union laga President Kitolu Kibami pra itu homoi koishe thik Career Guidance dia pra manu laga jivan de dangor change anibole pare. Resource Person Haley kun SJU la Assistant Professor ase Tai koishe career do khali sarkar kam kriya laga nohoi kintu exam laga bahar bi opportunity bishi ase. Dr. Kikoleho Richa Assistant Professor pra koishe Nagaland de unemployment ki nimide bishi ase koile manukhan logode entrepreneurship aro skills nai. Tai pra students khan ge free pra dia Nagaland skill development and entrepreneurship mission pra dia course khan lobi koishe aro startup Nagaland aro startup India national website khan bi sabi koishe. Kekado Sumi, Assistant Professor Prabi, koishe ki manusop nijer alak-alak pariya laga ase, itu nimide bhal pra nijer laga key skills buji gina careers choose kuribi koi gina janaishe.
And many more life sciences subjects are there. Apart from that also we have chemical sciences, we have physics, we have mathematics. And apart from all these sciences, we have these things. Professional courses. After completing your courses, you can directly go for a job or you can set up your own businesses. So for example, like we have a pharmacy, you can go for BSc in pharmacy, MSc in pharmacy, you can go for a dietitian, you can go for a nutritionist, you can apply for MLT, we call it as lab technician nowadays, the course is called as EMLT, MSc MLT. So these are directly professional courses where you can go directly for jobs. You can set up your own labs and you can even opt for BSc nursing, MSc nursing. So all these are direct professional courses. So I won't be going into detail about this professional course. So I'll be mostly by this one opportunities, the things which I'll be discussing on the career opportunities will be mostly on the basic sciences and pure sciences. So after you finish your class 12, what are the career opportunities? So when we talk about our careers, it's not only about UPSC like our Miss have said, it's not only about UPSC, NPSC, SSC or all this. So these are just one among the many. So apart from all this, we have so many other job opportunities. So some of the career or some of the job opportunities or careers where you can find after completing your BSc. So this is the one. So here. So this I've given in as a general together for all the basic sciences and pure sciences. So once you finish your class 12, you can choose the subject according to your interest in order to build up your skills. So when we talk about BSc, BSc is mainly the entry level. Entry level. So at an entry level, what are the jobs that you can get? So here I'm given. Here as in the sector, in those sectors you have laboratory, industry. So in the laboratories and industries you can apply for a job as a lab technician, quality control assistant or production assistant. So For the major recruiters, since in our Nagaland context we have less industries, I'm giving as a whole in the context of in our country as a whole, in India. So some of the major recruiters are, we have Sun Pharma, these are pharmaceutical companies. We have Sun Pharma, we have Cipla, we have UP Limited. So all these are one of the major recruiters. So when we talk about pharmaceutical companies, means the medicines which we are taking today, right? So these are the companies which are producing. So if you are interested in all these companies, you can study, choose one of the life sciences subject in order to go in these companies, to work in these companies. And next we have agriculture and environment and agriculture. So if you are interested in agriculture or an environmental sector, you can apply as a field assistant, nursery manager in case of agriculture. You can become an agricultural officer also. So the major recruiters are ICAR, we call it as ICAR in short. So Indian Council of Agricultural Research. So we have one of the ICAR center, we have this one, Mejipima. We have Mejipima, so their main research is on Mitu. So that is one of the major recruiters. Another one, we have the forest department. So these are also some of the recruiters based on the environment. So next we have, so this is the research entry level. If you do your BSc, after completing your BSc, you can apply as a lab assistant, you can apply as a project assistant. So it is applicable to all the sciences, not only in life sciences, but all the sciences, it is applicable. So these are some of the recruiters in research labs, in universities or institutions, or even in the one of the major Indian institutions. We have CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. And the next one, like the same thing I've told you about the pharmaceutical companies, we have pharma and healthcare. You can also become a sales executive, you can become a medical representative to the doctors. So this is just an example for the recruiter which I've given, we call it as Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. And the next one, we have data and IT skills. So these are mostly related to the maths, statisticians. So you can apply as a junior data analysis, you can apply as a data entry operator, and most of the recruiters are from Tata consultancies and Infosys. So the next one is for main jobs. I'm not going to stress on this one. So the next one is education level. If you are interested if you want to become a teacher, so after completing your BSc,
Mokokchung de thaka Queen Mary Higher Secondary School laga hodai sai loi thaka sports and games April 23rd pra shuru hoise aro taikhan Mokokchung village ground pra khili ase au Senden laga president Marsanen Imsong pra opening day guest of honor ahishe tai koshi ke education pra youth khan ke ahya homoy tai khan ge tayari kuri diye kindu kitab aro school laga bahare tai khan virtues khan sikhai diye tai koshi ahya homoy de Manukun skill master kurigina innovative pra chulabole paribo tai khan ge favor kuribo.
These are distinct honors. You will come. The arrival of our esteemed guest of honor, President of our Sunday. President of our Sunday, esteemed school authority and the management board.
Thank you, sir. I also welcome all of the members who are present here. We have a number of dignitaries who have accepted our invitation to be part of this program, and we are grateful to them and also wholeheartedly welcome them. On a common platform to witness and encourage our children as they demonstrate their physical fitness, today especially, skills in sports and games, and discipline through a number of well-coordinated activities like drill display, march past, and other sports and games even that would follow soon after this inaugural function.
Iman hai alok khobor khan garne sai thank you Hornbill TV.